I was driving and I was on the left-hand side. You know, I wasn't on the right. I could have taken the middle lane. Saw me some speed cameras. Yeah. Yeah. Look at this guy. Oh, look how blurry that is. He's probably going for it. Like, what about this one? Yeah. Anyway, forget about that. Today I got this email. 'Cause, you know, basically I've been doing some stuff within like, as you can see, this is a button, but it's in a different language. So I've been, you know, building like the Kingsman email, but in a different language and stuff like that. I don't have to know the language. I can just copy and paste the text. So yeah. As you can see, I don't know what language this is. Demo, DE. I think so. It could be. So looking at this email, what do we have? Get a burst. So we have something like, let's see, nice hero section, a bit of the copy section. An important bit of it is the button. I think they've put too much copy in here. I would reduce the copy to about, get rid of all this chunk, because people just need to click and go to the website. They don't need that much. They've got obviously this bit here, which is like saying hello to the person right here. And then they've got, here's what's coming up section here. So they've got all these bits here, like they've got their 3-column layout, 1, 2, 3, and obviously most important, they've got the buttons sitting underneath that. So that button is for that. So that's the layout they've gone for. Obviously you can see that they've duplicated this section. So contrast colors. So this whole section, or do I do it like this? Yeah, you know, that squiggly thing. All right, so this whole section and this whole section is a duplicate basically. And then they've got this section. Actually, this whole section is your homework. All right, so if you see me build this, you'll be able to build this section. So yeah, I'll leave that as your homework in terms of this whole thing and the T's and C's. Okay, and obviously you can tell they've got a let me do a different color, maybe something like white or slightly lighter. So this whole section, they've got left and right. So this is the right, and that is the left, and that's the right. So this is kind of like a breakdown of this email. And obviously at the top, they've got the logo bit and the text that says view online, as you can read it. I don't have to write it. So this is the doodle breakdown of this email. And obviously to build it, you just kind of have to have that logic and then just say, yeah, let's do it. So I'm literally gonna go into I'm gonna go into Dreamweaver. We're gonna have some fun building this. Just sit back, grab your drink, grab your popcorn, grab your notepad, grab your notepad if you want to write some notes down, because we're about to speed this thing right up. So yeah, enjoy it. All the questions, leave them down below. And if you don't get this video, watch the other videos, because I do go over the same things over and over. So that kind of helps cement the fundamentals of like how to become an email developer. Yeah, let's have fun. So 3, 2, 1, let's go. All right, we did it. We got to the end where I made it responsive, made the image come back full size on mobile as well, just so that we maintain that good, nice look. We got the buttons here that push you to go to the landing page that they want you to go to. So yeah, if I scroll back out, you see how it looks on desktop. It'll be kind of like that look. And in here is just above this terms and conditions section. That's where you'd want to actually do the homework bit. 600 pixels, right? From this edge to this edge, all right? That's a whole 600 pixels. But what we then do is we need this 20 pixel gap here, which I was illustrating by this point here. And this point here. So we need this 20 pixels left and right. So then we take away 20 and 20, that's 40. From the 600, we get 560. All right, so when we get 560, what we then need to do is to sort of like work out what the gutter space is. So this space here and this space here. And that's why we worked out, because you see here, when I was saying no good, is because when you do like divisions, sometimes it gives you like 186.66666. So this is difficult to make it pixel perfect if you work for a number like this. Okay, so that's why I was trying to say, I know the edges here is 20, so sometimes you're gonna have to like manipulate the design a little bit. If it's 2 pixels over, no one's really gonna tell that there's 2 pixels bigger than what's on the left and right. So that's why I ended up making this bit 22, because when I made it 21, it was still giving me a division with 0.444, something like that. And I needed a round number like 172. So to get 172 out of 560, I had to say put 22 here and put 22 here as the gutter space. All right. When I put that number there, that means I have 44. Now, if you do the maths and subtract 560 from 44, what you get is 516. So you get 516. When you get 516, that means that's everything here now. Okay. That's the box within. So that 516 is the golden number. And if you divide that by 3, you should get what these individual boxes should be. Okay, so these boxes. So yeah, so if you divide that, that's where you get the 172. And then when you get that 172, okay, again, we're going over basics here. So yeah, if you get that 172, then that's a round number. So now your round numbers are 560, 20 pixel left and right, 22 pixel gutter space, 172 for the actual pods themselves. So these would be your final numbers. Yeah, these would be your final numbers. Okay, you got this one, that one, that one, and that one. So those would be your final numbers that you actually put in the design. And that's why our design just worked. You know, when I go to Dreamweaver now, you can see everything just kind of worked. Like you can't really tell there's 22 pixels here, and you can't really tell there's 22 here and there's 20 here. You can't, because it just works. And you don't want to go as far as making this gap 30 pixels, because then that will really show. 30 pixels and 20 pixels can show, but 22 and 20, yeah, you can't really tell the difference. That's why you do it that way, to find your round numbers. So like I said, your homework now is to do this little bit here. Just work out how you can put this together. You just have to make sure you understand that obviously here, this little section, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then obviously you have to work out those social media icons. Under here, you got a button. You have to work out that button, and you got a logo here, another button here, and obviously you got a gap in between here. So you have to think about all those things. Also, you have to be mindful of this gap here. Maybe if I zoom in and if I make the brush smaller. So you have to also think about this gap here. Okay, that gap is probably another 20 pixels, but you just have to factor it in. And you also have to factor in the number here and the number here as well. Okay, whatever number that is. So that's your homework. Once you be able to put this together, you also have to remember that you have to make this section responsive. So on a different email client, you want to, sorry, not email client, but when it's on mobile, you want it to stack. So you want this section to be above and this one to be underneath. So there's kind of like a stacking that's going to happen. So this has to push underneath, and the drawing that I'm doing is definitely horrible because you can't really see. But yeah, essentially this left side has got to be above and this on mobile has to push underneath. So obviously that's essentially creating a responsive layout. And again, this is the basics being covered so many times. Hope you now sort of like get in it a little bit every video that comes out. Thanks for watching to the end. If you've liked this video, please hit the like button. It really helps. Thanks.